Our inspiration this week for remote learning is the multi-talented artist Shel Silverstein. Not only was he an artist, but he was also a musician and a writer. He often wrote poems and drew pictures to go along with them, so Shel Silverstein was also an illustrator, an artist who makes the pictures for books and stories. Sometimes Shel Silverstein even used his illustrations or drawings as part of the actual poem. He wrote and illustrated 2 books that we read in art class sometimes, A Light in the Attic and Where the Sidewalk Ends. He also wrote the book The Giving Tree, which I know my first grade friends have heard about. He is one of my top favorite people ever. We're going to be reading a poem by Shel Silverstein that does not have an illustration or drawing with it. And then we're going to make our own illustrations to go along with the poem. You can follow the directions, or you can draw a picture that you want to draw as an illustration for the poem. The only tools you will need to do this project are a pencil or pen and a piece of paper. Any kind of paper, and I mean any kind. Notebook, the back of a used paper, even a paper plate would work. Since we're drawing and you want to be able to see it well, try to use a light colored paper though. Now that we have our supplies, let's read the poem by Shel Silverstein. Sky Seasoning. A piece of sky broke off and fell through the crack in the ceiling, right into my soup. Kerplop! I really must state that I usually hate lentil soup, but I ate every drop. Delicious, delicious, a bit like plaster, but so delicious, goodness sake. I could have eaten a lentil soup lake. It's amazing the difference a bit of sky can make. What picture did your brain come up with while you were listening to that poem? If you want to, you can totally draw any picture that came to you. Or you can stick with me and draw what came to me, which was a puzzle piece with a sky on it. I thought of this because of the part of the poem that says, a piece of sky. You are definitely going to want to start this drawing with a pencil, because you need to do a little bit of erasing later. The only reason I'm drawing on a paper plate is to show you that you really can use just about any kind of paper. Place your paper any way and draw a square on it. You can find something square and use it to trace a square, or you can freehand the square by drawing 4 straight equal lines. Definitely does not have to be perfect. Every little mistake that you make is a piece of you that's going into this puzzle piece. So next, turn the square into a puzzle piece by transforming the sides, either popping out, convex, or caving in, concave. If you transform just 2 of the sides like this, you'll have a corner puzzle piece, and that's pretty cool. If you decide to transform a 3rd side of your puzzle piece, you'll end up with an edge piece. That's cool. That's what I decided to stick with. If you were to transform all 4 sides of the square, either popping out or caving in, then you would have a middle piece of the puzzle. Next, if you have an eraser, erase the parts of the square that don't go with the puzzle piece shape. If you don't have an eraser, that's okay. You can color over those lines, perhaps. Since this drawing is supposed to be a piece of sky, I'm going to draw the sky in my puzzle piece. If you'd like to do the same, pick any type of sky you want. A cloudy, rainy sky, a thunderstorm, a sunny sky with a rainbow, or the night sky like me. I added the moon, stars, and some clouds to show my sky. If you have coloring tools at home like markers or crayons or paint or homemade paint, then it's now time to color in your illustration. But one cool thing about Mr. Silverstein's illustrations or drawings for the stories is that they're usually made with just a black line drawing. So if you don't have materials to color with, it's okay. Leave your drawing uncolored, just like Shel. Please share your artwork with me on Flipgrid. I would love to see your piece of the sky. I'm sure it would make Shel Silverstein proud. See you next time. Bye-bye.